I watched today the inability to preemptively have feelings. Um, so Stephanie was talking about her trip. So there's a mental knowing what she's describing, like I can comprehend the words, the date she leaves, that number, the the intellectual knowledge of how many days from now that is, that she might be gone in a couple months. And I felt it when she was saying goodbye, like the social norm that this is a big goodbye. So there was like, oh, I'll hug again because this here it's not happening till it's happening. Um, but there's a recognition that she might still have the capacity to think about being gone and feel feelings about it. So there was like comfort offered. Really, the only version of that that's, I can't say the only, but like the main version of that future forecasting that's available. And it's makes sense because it's the only one that's guaranteed, um, is that the body's going to die. So that will be recognized, um, or that recognition will like arrive periodically, and it'll kind of sometimes come in waves. It happen it happens almost every time there's being in a car for an extended period of time, the recognition that dying could happen any minute, or that the body's going to die. Um, and then it was also, and sometimes it's like other bodies are going to die. Um, but mainly it's that this body is going to die. And recently it hit in a little bit of a different way. Like it was the recognition that the whole kind of personality self-structure, um, the Sarah-ness, not just the body, but the conditioned responses and all of that are going to die. And that was a different, there was a, yeah, there's not a word for it, what was felt, but there was something like a feeling of meaning, not meaning like a purpose, meaning like importance. I could feel the importance, the long term patterned importance given or experienced or something associated with this whole packaging system process. Which kind of what that is just it's like a numbers game. thoughts have been thought about this whole system, energy system, more than thoughts have been thought about anything else here. So that equals a sense of importance or yeah, a pattern of seeming importance. It's very noticeable right now, the words being said automatically without effort, and there being nothing attached to them. It was also noticed today when Catherine and Stephanie were commiserating about like with the intimacy avoidance, like this isn't like a periods of I'm fine or it's okay or it's not important intimacy with a partner or whatever they're talking about isn't it's fine, it's okay, it's not important. And then um I don't know, it was being implied, maybe said overtly more implied, was that like maybe that was like self-delusion or a lie. But I don't know if that's true. I think the importance can come and go. And so when it's important, it's important. But that doesn't mean that when it was reported as fine, that it wasn't actually fine. Um, but fine can become not fine. What what is natural in one moment, another time there might be a movement to expand, like seems to be happening. But I don't know that that means that the time of maybe latency or um, stillness, evenness, sameness wasn't real or valid or authentic or something. I mean, if at any point it wasn't along the way, then that would have been the experience that it wasn't authentic. So only they can know. But here there can be times of evenness, okayness, fineness being single, evenness, okayness, fineness being partnered. Even evenness, okayness, and fineness, like being in like the ending of a relationship or the beginning of a relationship, or and then there can be periods where something is wanting to move into a new territory. And like wanting and not wanting can be experienced in so many different ways, so many different flavors, and so many different quantities and intensities and depths. But it's just what it is. It doesn't negate anything that was present before. That's the beautiful thing, and I think it's what with language and kind of where we are in our development that kind of gets missed in the attempt to land with concepts and thoughts, that a person be something known. it's not known and it's constantly changing and different. But when it seems to be known, then those things aren't seen, or those differences aren't seen, or they're restricted, or there's conflict or tension, resistance, or whatever. And then when they are allowed, they have a lot of range. They can be very soft and brief and spontaneous. They can be very, very deep, pleasure, pain, equanimity, lots of variety, lots of different cocktails. It's not one thing in experience, like how the energy moves. Okay, I have a client now.